Earlier this week, the Supreme Court issued its official judgment on overturning Roe v. Wade. For Texans, that means the state's abortion trigger law will take effect in less than a month. It will ban almost all abortions in Texas, with narrow exceptions for the life and health of the mother. There are no exceptions for rape or incest, but even before the trigger law takes effect, most providers have already stopped doing the procedure in Texas. The president and CEO of Whole Woman's Health sent us this statement, quote, "With AG Paxton threatening providers with enforcement of Texas pre-Roe abortion ban, the chilling effect has been far too powerful for providers and our staff." Now supporters of abortion rights are getting creative to find options for women out of state. One doctor is even proposing to offer the procedure at sea in a floating clinic in the Gulf of Mexico. Capitol correspondent Monica Madden explores the doctor's plan along with the legal and logistical challenges.
There must be something different about the water.
San Francisco doctor Megan Autry is floating the idea of a floating abortion clinic by sea.
How can we come up with innovative and creative ways that will help provide patients access whose access is being taken away from them?
She thought up Prowess, which stands for Protecting Reproductive Rights of Women Endangered by State Statutes.
So the thinking here is that if there is a floating clinic at sea in international waters, Texas or Mississippi or Louisiana would not be able to prohibit or regulate abortions performed there.
Prowess would be anchored in international waters along the Gulf of Mexico, offering a shorter journey to patients in southern border states where abortion is either already illegal or restricted.
She's asking for donations to raise $20 million to secure a vessel, retrofit it, and to operate it for the first 2 years, even if she gets that far.
Let's assume that these clinics get all the federal licensing they need. They're still not out of the woods yet.
Some legal experts are skeptical about if Autry could pull this off.
I think you could sue everyone as part of a conspiracy to provide abortions outside the state of Texas.
Due to a Texas law that makes it a civil offense to facilitate or perform an abortion after about 6 weeks.
We anticipate legal and security issues. There are many creative and innovative solutions.
Monica Madden for State of Texas.
Autry would not be the first person to offer a maritime reproductive health care clinic. A Dutch nonprofit called Women on Waves sails to countries where abortions are against the law to offer services to patients there. Let's give you a better idea of where we are talking about in the Gulf. Within 12 nautical miles of the coast of Texas is considered U.S. territorial sea. That means the U.S. exercises sovereignty. All laws of the U.S. apply here. The contiguous zone extends out to 24 nautical miles from the coast. The U.S. can exercise control necessary in this zone. And as for any and all crimes committed in areas outside of zones, then legal matters depend on what country the vessel is registered to.
Video from police gives new insight into the school shooting in Uvalde, how words from a family member of the shooter highlight a potentially missed warning sign. It's one of the most important offices in the state of Texas, and we're getting a rematch for 2022. We're looking at the lieutenant governor's race and how the race could be tighter this time around.